Welcome back to our channel, soap fans. So let's talk about the week of July 20th through the 24th. And honestly, you guys, I am just so emotionally exhausted by this specific storyline. We all knew this was coming. We knew it. But watching it actually play out on screen is just a whole different level of torture. Lexie Carver is dying again. I mean, what were the writers actually thinking here? You bring back a beloved legacy character, you give Abe and Theo this massive, unbelievable miracle, and then you just snatch it away a few weeks later? It's cruel. It is just so incredibly cruel to the characters and to us as fans who have been watching Abe and Lexie's love story for literally decades. But let's get into the actual plot of what happened. So Lexie's terminal illness is relapsing hard. Dr. Rolf's magical super serum 2, or whatever he called it, is officially a complete failure. We saw the warning signs when that lab rat died, but EJ just pushed forward anyway because EJ always thinks he knows best. And now Lexie is paying the price. Her symptoms are getting so severe that she can't even pretend everything is okay anymore. But she tries. She really tries to hide it because that is just who Lexie is. She is a protector. She doesn't want to break Abe's heart again. She doesn't want to destroy Theo's world again after he just got his mom back. And this brings me to the conversation she has with Marlena. Lexie actually confesses to Marlena that she is dying, and she tells her that she plans to keep it a total secret from her family, which, okay, I get the instinct. I really do. You want to give your family a few more happy, normal days before the nightmare starts all over again. But honestly, it's a terrible plan. How do you hide a failing resurrection serum? You just can't. Marlena obviously knows this is a bad idea. Marlena is sitting there probably having flashbacks to all the time Stefano messed with her own life, and now she has to watch Stefano's son do this to Lexie. It's just so layered and messed up. I don't know how Marlena keeps everyone's secrets without just screaming into a pillow every single night. But Lexie's plan to hide the truth completely blows up in her face because she faints. She just completely collapses. And it's not just a little dizzy spell where she can grab a chair and pretend she just stood up too fast. No, she goes down hard. And Theo and Abe are right there. Can you even imagine the sheer panic in that room? Theo has been so worried about his mom already. He's been watching her closely because he's a smart kid. Well, young man now, but he knows when something is wrong. And seeing his mother collapse on the floor after they were told she was cured, it's going to be absolutely gut-wrenching to watch. Complete and total panic mode. So obviously they panic. They call 911. The paramedics rush in, and Lexie is loaded into an ambulance and rushed to Salem University Hospital. And I just have to say, the pacing of this feels so fast, but also so agonizingly slow. Like a car crash you can't look away from. Abe is probably riding in the back of the ambulance, just holding her hand, praying to a God he isn't even sure he believes in right now. Because how could this happen? How could they be given this second chance only to have it ripped away? It is just brutal television. I'm going to need so many tissues for these episodes. I am already tearing up just thinking about the look on Abe's face when the EMTs are yelling out her dropping vitals. Once they get to the hospital, the truth comes out. There is no hiding it anymore. The doctors run the tests, and the horrifying reality sets in. Lexie is dying. The serum failed. Her organs are probably shutting down, just like the lab rat. and the devastation that hits Abe and Theo. I don't even have words for it. James Reynolds is going to act the absolute house down in these scenes. We already know how incredible he is at playing grief. Remember when Lexie originally died years ago? The pain in his eyes was so real, and now he has to do it all over again. But this time, it's almost worse, because this time, it wasn't just a random brain tumor. This time, it was a choice. It was a manipulation. And that brings us to the rage. Oh my God, the absolute fury that is about to be unleashed on EJ DiMera, because this is all his fault. EJ played God. He brought Lexie back. He used Rolf's unstable science, and he completely messed with the natural order of things just to prove he could, or to manipulate the board, or whatever his twisted DiMera logic was at the time. And now Abe and Theo know exactly who to blame. The spoilers say that Abe and Theo are going to be absolutely furious with EJ. And honestly, they should be. They should burn DiMera Enterprises to the absolute ground. I really want to see Theo absolutely lose it on EJ. Theo is usually such a sweet, forgiving guy. I mean, he literally just forgave Abe a few weeks ago for aligning with EJ to block his CEO spot. Theo is always the bigger person. But this, you don't just forgive someone for giving your mother a faulty zombie serum and then watching her die a second time. I want Theo to scream. I want him to throw something. I want him to look EJ dead in the eye and tell him he is exactly like Stefano. Because that is the ultimate insult to EJ, even if he secretly loves it. EJ thinks he is so much smarter and more sophisticated than his father, but he is making the exact same reckless, destructive mistakes. And Abe kicking EJ out of the hospital room is going to be a legendary moment. Abe is the former police commissioner. He is the mayor. He is a man of deep integrity and rules. But when it comes to his wife, all bets are off. I wouldn't be surprised if Abe actually tries to strangle EJ right there in the hospital corridor. Okay, maybe that sounded dramatic, but you get what I mean. The betrayal is just so deep. EJ didn't just hurt Lexie. He psychologically tortured Abe and Theo by giving them false hope. False hope is the most dangerous weapon in Salem, and EJ just dropped a nuclear bomb of it on the Carver family. Let's zoom out for a second and look at the bigger pattern here with the writers. Why do they keep doing this? Why do they keep bringing characters back just to inflict more pain? It's like they enjoy torturing us. I mean, we saw it with Bo Brady. They brought Bo back, gave us a glimmer of hope with hope, and then boom, he's in a coma. Now they bring Lexie back, let her reunite with Abe, cause a massive marital crisis with Paulina, and then boom, she's dying again. It just feels so cheap sometimes. Like maybe I'm being too harsh, but it really feels like emotional manipulation for the sake of sweeps ratings. And I hate that I am falling for it, because I am definitely going to be glued to my screen watching every second of it. But you have to wonder what this means for Paulina too. Paulina literally packed her bags and stepped aside so Abe could be with Lexie. She sacrificed her own marriage because she thought Lexie was back for good. And now Lexie is dying. Is Abe going to run right back to Paulina after Lexie is gone? That feels so messy. It feels like Paulina is just a backup plan now, and Paulina Price is nobody's backup plan. The emotional fallout from this is going to contaminate half the canvas. Chanel is dealing with her cancer. Johnny is dealing with EJ's mess. Theo is losing his mom. Abe is losing his mind. It is just a massive, interconnected web of misery. And where does EJ go from here? He is already getting kicked off the hospital board by Kayla. He is already facing a massive federal investigation from Rafe and Kat Green over the tainted Coracil drugs. And now he has the blood of Lexie Carver on his hands. EJ is backing himself into a corner, and a cornered DiMera is a very, very dangerous thing. Will he try to force Rolf to make another serum? Will he kidnap someone? Who actually believes this is going to end well for EJ? Nobody. He is alienating everyone. Even Johnny's going to look at his father and be disgusted. You can't just play with human lives like they are chess pieces. Although, speaking of chess pieces, that whole Stefano missing pawn mystery is still happening, which just proves that EJ learned from the absolute worst. I just keep thinking about that moment when Lexie collapses. The sheer suddenness of it. 1 minute she is standing there, maybe trying to smile, maybe trying to tell Theo that everything is fine, and the next minute she is on the floor. It is going to be so jarring. And the fact that she couldn't hide it anymore, it's almost a relief in a twisted way. Because carrying that secret, knowing you are dying and looking your family in the eyes and lying to them, that is a heavy, heavy burden. Lexie didn't deserve to carry that alone. Even if she told Marlena is just a therapist. She isn't family. Lexie needed her boys. She needed Abe and Theo to hold her hand through this. And I know I am rambling a bit here, but I just can't shake how unfair this all is. The show is called Days of Our Lives, but lately it feels like Days of Our Deaths. We have the tainted drugs killing people like Destiny. We have Chanel refusing treatment for her cancer. We have Sophia Choi drowned in the river by Kristen. And now Lexie is dying again. Can we get a little bit of joy in Salem? Just a tiny sliver of happiness that doesn't get immediately crushed by a DiMera scheme? Probably not. But that is why we watch, isn't it? We love the drama. We love the tears. We love yelling at our screens when EJ does something incredibly stupid and arrogant. So buckle up, you guys. The week of July 20th to the 24th is going to be a rough one. Make sure you have your comfort snacks ready. Make sure you are mentally prepared to watch Abe and Theo's hearts break all over again. And let's all collectively send some bad vibes EJ's way, because he absolutely deserves everything that is coming to him. I am so tired of his smug face thinking he can outsmart death. Death always wins in Salem, unless your name is Stefano or Marlena. All right, I need to wrap this up before I start crying, just thinking about Abe sitting by that hospital bed. Tell me what you guys think in the comments. Are you as mad at EJ as I am? Do you think Theo's going to do something drastic? Let's talk about it.